Kathy asked me to share with you something on spiritual direction, I just want to lead you kind of where I started and kind of reflected on this. And I put a guide for climbing the mountain of the Lord. So I thought, we are all called to climb the mountain of the Lord. And Scripture has all kinds of references to climbing a mountain. In fact, the Psalms start out, let us come together and climb the mountain of the Lord. I'm sure you prayed that psalm. And as I reflected on it, there are so many opportunities that we have in the Scriptures to talk about going to the mountain. Starting with Abraham. He went to the mountain when God tested him to sacrifice his son. You remember that with Mount Horeb. Moses was called to the mountain, and that's where he met God. Do you remember? That's where God appeared to him and spoke to him about his call. And Elijah also taken to the mountain in Carmel. And look at some other people who went to the mountain. What about Jesus' life? How many times did Jesus go to the mountain? Go apart to pray, apart from the people to go. Where did he give out the lessons for how to live, how to find happiness? What's his recipe for happiness? The Beatitudes. Where did he go to teach the Beatitudes? On the mountain. So they're just incredible. And if you think of his own life, where did the Transfiguration? On the mountain. Where did he die? Down a hill. Where did he resurrect? Go back to the Father. So that whole thing, so what is this about a mountain? A mountain seems to be a place where people go to meet God. And I want to tell you, I used to do a retreat at Guggenheim, which is in the mountains. And I remember this woman who often comes to the retreats that we have at Guggenheim Lodge. They were just settling in, and there are two people in a room, so they were just getting settled in, and the person she was rooming with, she didn't know. Anyway, they were unpacking their stuff. And the woman says to her, she says, "You seem a little anxious." And the other lady says, "Well," she says, "I am. I've come here to meet the Lord." And she says, "Every year, I make sure I come to a retreat because this is where I want to come to grow my relationship with God." So that whole sense of the mountain, to me, was a perfect place to start. Because aren't we all called to come together, climb the mountain. Jane DeChantel, who was a saint connected with the Visitation Sisters and also St. Francis de Sales, together they started this community, and she tells in her writings that everyone should go to the mountains at least once a month. Well, figured it. We live in the Adirondacks or here in the North Country. We could take that literally. We could take a picture. But if she's talking figuratively, she's talking to contemplative sisters. And so, but why? Why would one want to go to the mountain? What did she mean by that, do you think? And why would
a peaceful place to just be the Lord, just her?
Yeah, someplace to kind of withdraw. Jesus often withdraws from the crowds, from whatever. He withdraws in order to be with the Lord. So it doesn't actually have to be a physical mountain. Although the symbolism, I think, the symbolism of the mountain is drawing ourselves a place where we dispose ourselves to becoming, to meet the Lord.
And also, the mountain indicates that climbing mountains sometimes we have difficulty.
Okay, thank you. That leads right into there are two reasons that I picked this. Thank you very much. You kind of shifted right into it. Because...
You guys set that up, didn't you?
We were the first ones to meet when we
Yeah.
started.
That's before she comes to the ladies' room.
That's right. Well, thank you. So the second reason, because we're called to climb the mountain of the Lord, the second reason is I believe there's something about the physical mountains. And so I take, well, at least in the spring, no, not the spring, the winter, take that back. The summer and the fall, I try and offer a retreat at Guggenheim Lodge. And part of that, I was a campus minister at St. Lawrence University in SUNY for about 11 years in Mater Dei before that. So I've been taking kids, college kids, to the mountains every year because I thought it was extremely important to have that experience. And the other piece is, we always climbed a mountain. It was part of the retreat. Because exactly what you're saying, climbing a mountain, there's a lot of things that you can learn about the dynamics of climbing a mountain and the dynamics of the spiritual life. So, we always, give me some things that if you were going to climb, if you were on this retreat and you were getting ready to go, we do it with adults now, so what would you want to do before to prepare yourself? Boots. Good footwear. Okay.
Hydrate.
What?
Hydrate.
Okay. Make sure you have lots of water. Yes, good. Thank you.
How about some snacks?
The what?
Snacks.
Snacks, yes. Especially this time of year, we always had apples. You always took an apple with you because this is apple country, right? Okay, what else?
Get in better shape.
Okay, make sure you're in good shape. Thank you.
Extra clothes because you never know when the weather's going to change.
That's right, and the layers, because the higher you go, sometimes the chillier it gets. Thank you. Okay, what else?
Somebody carry you.
Better make sure there's some big people on the
Lunch break.
All right, we call it, yes, bug spray. Exactly, especially for the ticks. Protection, absolutely. Flashlight. Okay, you know that's good because if you get lost, get one. You might need one.
How about a map?
A map. Where are we going? How high is it? What's the view? For me, that's a biggie. I want to know. If I'm going to make this effort, I want to know what's up there and what I'm going to see. I have to go to see them.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
Walking stick.
A flare gun.
A what?
A flare gun.
Okay. For.
It helps.
Yeah. Okay. What did you? A walking stick. Okay.
First aid kit and toilet paper.
Leaves don't work, huh? Okay. So one of the things that I always insisted on is we always had a guide to go with us. We never went without a guide. Okay. So what are some of the things that, as you're walking, what are some of the lessons you might learn while you're climbing the mountain? Because one of you just said it has a lot of lessons to teach us. What's one thing as you're climbing a mountain with other people? Ordinarily, it's good to climb with other people. Gary.
It's a struggle.
It's what?
It's a struggle.
Exactly. And because it is a struggle, why is it kind of helpful to have companions on your,
Help you along the way when you become tired.
when it becomes hard? When you're tired and it's hard climbing, it's like you need somebody to say, it's okay. It's right around the corner. How many people are reading? They'll say, oh, it's around the corner. Well, around the corner might be another half a mile, or you realize, or a quarter of a mile, whatever. You need encouragement to keep on going. What else? Keep on sticking with that, because that's a good one. That's with other people.
There could be obstacles.
Just a minute.
I was just going to say to see it through someone else's eyes. When you're walking with someone else, they tend to see something that you missed.
Perfect. Perfect. Yes, yes. We'd be able to see other things through other people's eyes. Thank you.
You should stumble.
Learning how to cooperate, choosing which path you're going to take, sharing resources, working with people
Beautiful. Working with it for a common goal. We're all trying to get to the top. And I would say that whenever we do it with the college kids, you've got somebody who's the jock, who's the athletic of the university versus the person who can hardly get from here to there in a sense. So you've got that whole range of abilities in fitness. How do we attain to the goal to work together and to look out for each other and encourage each other? Somebody else said you might do.
Stumble.
Yes, you by someone called. So you need to know how to help each other. Sometimes somebody sprained an ankle or whatever up there, it had to do with getting some people, a couple people to help you down the mountain.
It's easy to get off the trail if you're not careful.
Exactly. If you get lost, and you might need that flashlight because it might have gotten you and find the path back to it.